What's up, dudes? Kublik here. Welcome back to Fallout 4 Survival Mode Roleplay with our child of Adam, Ghoul, who is looking beautiful. Such glorious things. Remember we picked up the fashionable glasses at the Starlight Driver? It's the movie theater. Check it. Those give us that extra bit of charisma to lower prices, improve them for us. It's nice to see and look through. Now, I was shopping here, and it turns out since this guy's hanging out here some more, it gave us an option to have 2 people to have antibiotics. And out of the 2, 0 had antibiotics. Yeah, so we were super lucky that we found antibiotics down at that one location where we were, because we would have gotten here and still suffered from it. Now, I wanted to demonstrate a little bit of what I was talking about in the case of value weight carry. Well, let's go check out our ammunition, right? So we go check out our ammunition. We have tons of it. It's really light, but like every single ammo equals 1 cap, right? So it becomes an incredibly valuable weight ratio. Look at how much 5mm rounds we have, for example. We have tons of them. We can sell 293 for 293 caps. Go here. We can act 645 for 645 caps. They make a lot of sense to do. So I'm actually going to sell the most expensive ammunition that we're carrying. Excuse me, the most heavy ammunition that we're carrying, which is actually this guy. So this is pretty basic 1 to 10 ratio. So that works pretty well. 5mm are actually pretty light. And the next on the lightness is here. Now I'm keeping the 45 round for the moment because we have a pistol that I might want to use with that. But we can now fill in basically the rest of the weight, which I think would be really cool and a nice thing to have is if you had a character or like a mod that allowed you to just go like, hey, I want to go all their gold with this item. You know, it's something that doesn't happen in real life a lot, obviously. I'm like selling everything that I have available to you. But this allows us to sell basically everything right there. Now, if you look at our weight, we haven't really lost any weight from doing that action. And we just haven't. Sucks, but, you know, whatever. That's kind of the situation that we're in. If we run into Trash Can Carla along this way, I'll stop with her and drop some more ammunition into her pockets. And, you know, just continue to get more caps because ammo is the best thing to hold on to. It's, you know, easy. Don't have to worry too much about that. And picking up junk also has that super extra value of being useful for other equipment. So that's why I rather do that than guns that aren't initially, or potentially going to become cooler, better guns. We're about to hit Concord. And interestingly, for the first time, we're actually going to, boop, when Freedom calls, join him in Sanctuary. I'm going to move these guys from Sanctuary, I think. I want to move them to... I just ran into a stump. I want to move them to, I think, actually the same thing we were just talking about, the diner right here. You know, we have 2 store owners right here too, so this will be a really nice shuttle back and forth versus this thing here. We do have armor still left here, but we haven't really been using armor, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, so I think that's going to be a good way to do it. I'm gonna just travel a little bit. I'll call you back when something happens. You know, side thing. I'm really appreciating this world as I'm running through it like this. Just the trees, the ground. Well, here's another shopkeep that we can take advantage of as well. So I'm gonna hop over these guys and pick up this mission because we've actually gone to the fort with the intro character. We might once again go over there as this character because there is a fusion core there. So that's gonna be pretty useful too. You know, if you agree to help out.
Great. Doesn't have to be now, but whenever you get the time.
So the idea is that they want you to just like pick these melons here, but melons are actually really useful because they're food and water, so it will lower the amount of total weight that you have to carry of things. They do have radiation in them though, and so that kind of sucks. But I was actually gonna, you know, be able to send all our characters over to the new location where we can plant some melons and we can just grow a little melon farm. Oh my God, they have antibiotics here. That is really nice. Jeez, it's amazing how just different this whole experience is when it's like I have to travel so far and kind of stop off at places just to like kind of feel almost safe in a way. Like, we're gonna try to sell some more ammo and things here just to continue turning those into caps. Our character's tired, but that's fine. We're about to go back to, you know, our home. Made another Molotov because we actually had some glass to do that with. Those just have been so good. So, I know that I'm picking these, and they're a-okay with me picking the food. You know, they don't exactly get unhappy about me doing this. But I'm just going to grab as much of these as possible, because I can move them over to another settlement, as well as, and here's the most interesting thing. It seems that food doesn't necessarily matter how much weight. This is 0.5 weight, right? 0.5 weight. It seems 2 mole rat chunks feeds me, like, stomach-wise as much as, like, a couple potatoes, which turns out that a potato is actually the exact same weight as a mole rat chunk. But I was thinking of, like, if we look at, like, compared to rad roach meat, a rad roach 0.1 versus when you actually cook it kind of thing, it seems to fill you a different amount. Rad scorpion steak gives us a lot of food, but it actually weighs a lot, so it's not as useful for carrying. So our character doesn't steal. Like, that's not who our character is. They're trying to be a good child of Adam kind of thing. So I'm not going to be taking anything from here. But the reason I'm running through is I'm looking for Blake and his wife. We've so far only found his kid. Do you notice how interesting that is? The fact that they're not here. I heard them talk about going to Diamond City, you know, for trading. I wonder if that's where they are. That if actually... Uh-oh. What are you shooting at? A wild mongrel? I wonder if that's actually where they are, or if they are, you know, on the road in between it, or they had been killed somehow. Like, there's no one there. I can't do this. Oh,
New here?
Found
If you
them.
got anything worth trading, you can talk to me.
That's close enough.
Interesting. Okay, we're gonna talk to him real quick. We've talked to him a bunch, but I want to get this mission. All right, so we got the mission done, or grabbed, not done. But hold on, where's his wife? She has things to sell.
Excuse me.
Looking to make a deal?
Cool. So let's go ahead and hop out some of our... You know, we could actually sell them things like potatoes and things too. But let's not do that. Let's do the ammo. All right, perfect. We got our ammunition figured out. There's a bloat fly we can just take out of the air. Boom. Oh, that was pretty fun. You know, the new Wasteland download came out... freaking bloat fly. Came out yesterday. And it allows you to capture wasteland creatures. Something pretty cool. It's not exactly like very story related like we had with Automatron or the survival mode where you can make these really interesting... Wow. That's fascinating. Just a stim pack and some 10mm ammo in there. Anyway, it's not exactly something where you can just, you know, it's like story elemented like this game has become for us. You know, Automatron allowed us to do a story. Survival mode allows us to create a really cool story too. It's definitely something that is focused a little bit more on just like, oh, you can also do blank blank, which I think would be pretty cool because you can now make things like death claws into extra protection for your locations.
All along. Pretty nice place.
Oh, have you guys seen this talk?
Here over 200 years ago. I was frozen or something for most of it. Just woke up a little.
This isn't exactly role play.
Like one of those old.
I am like one of those pre-war ghouls.
You say you were frozen.
Don't want to talk
about
about it.
No worries. We've all got our past to deal with. I don't need to know anything you don't want to tell me. Anyway, I am glad you're here.
Cool. So we can do this. Have this long pause of conversation. But let's go through, finish up this mission. I'm gonna say yes so that I can get access to the you know, other things as well related to making this a better settlement. But I think it would be cooler to actually send everybody over to the closer settlement. So I'm going to try and do that now. Though I might actually set it up where we have people who are trading back and forth between these two settlements so that we can build anything that we really need to. I think that'll be, yeah, a nice inclusion to do.
Something's out there.
There she is.
Hey, Carla.
Who are you shooting at? Oh, rad scorpions? Trash can Carla is also missing any antibiotics. It's just, it just seems to be a very rare thing. So far as perks go, gun nut's a perfect one to take now. We've got a lot of stuff ready to do it with. It's the right time, and I'm looking forward to that. So,
every day I get up and tell myself.
Apparently now we have some people here and some sleeping that we can do with everybody. But not exactly ready to go in that direction. I want to see. I guess I can't really move these people, can I? Since the settlers are now just in sanctuary, which kind of sucks. But I think that's fine because as long as I'll be able to eventually move Preston Garvey to that main point, we'll be good. So I ran into a little bit of a disappointing thing related to our guns and you know, creating better ones. So I was able to up Ooh Baby to 37, very powerful gun, because we have gun nut perk 1, but the problem that I ran into is that I need oil in order to be able to up these guys some more. I did not realize that oil was something that was important for guns. I saw it used a lot, a variety of like machines, like shooting ones, but I didn't know that it was actually something that was used in, well, just general gun upgrades. So I was throwing out a lot of oil stuff that I had, and that kind of sucks. So running around Sanctuary, I did in fact find some oil, and I wanted to point something out I thought was kind of interesting too. Well, we don't actually need gun nut above or perk 1 to get the hardened receiver here. Now if you get to 2, you get to 50, but the actual ooh baby is doing 37. So it's like, well, why would I actually jump up to this? Because it's like 5 different damage, and this fires a lot slower and only has a fire rate of 6, right? So it's kind of important to look into when you're designing guns that you think about not just damage output, but also damage per second. This gun, for example, is currently at 22. Go ahead, I could bring it up to a more powerful receiver, 26 damage. But is that really that useful? This is 37, like, this is nicer. You know, it's getting to where the 10mm used to be, but it's really not as powerful. And it's important to keep that in mind, especially in survival, where, you know, you don't always get the luxury to hold on to a lot of different weapons. You know, with that said, I ended up still going with the powerful receiver because this is now as powerful as the 10mm used to be. So I think there is value to at least still doing this. I mean, it's not as cool, of course, not as fun, but hey, I don't want to be running out of this ammunition and then having the worst gun ever. But we will throw away this gun because it's the ammo and the weight and everything's not as worth it. Another thing that I didn't really think about either is altering your guns to make them just a little bit lighter. I went from 5.1 to a 4.4. That has huge effects down the road, where all of a sudden now you're being able to lower the gun's weight is more and more beneficial, because if you want to carry 2 different guns so you can use 2 different ammos, change it up, you know? So I've run into a bit of a problem. I can't get Preston to leave here, Sanctuary, until I've done the first mission related to the Minutemen. I didn't realize that was a thing. So it puts us in the direction of, east to actually where the Corvega plant mission starts. And although that's like not the biggest problem, because we've actually been hanging out around Corvega plant, and why not head back there at some point? But we've run into a couple things. One is that I don't have a lot of water, like, bottles available. So that's just problematic. Let's see, do I cross straight here? Do I run along the edge? Let's run along the edge. One of my first characters that I ever played ran along the edge, and there's, some things that I find kind of funny about it. But anyway, we have to get that mission completed, which isn't too bad, because then we'll circle back to where the Brotherhood of Arm or the Brotherhood of Steel is if we want to do that mission, pick up that cool weaponry. This always makes me laugh. This guy fishing at the edge here, just the bomb goes. I guess they didn't hear the alarms or something. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but it always kind of is an entertaining thing. Let's go ahead. Wait. Oh no. Did I sell 10mm rounds thinking there were 5? I did. Holy shit. Did I make a big mistake? And I'm very glad we upgraded this gun because of that stupid mistake. Oh my god, did I just shoot you and you not get hurt? No, okay. Thank god. Okay, well this is a problem. Well, shoot this one because it's close. Jesus Christ. What a horrible mistake to make. I just wasn't paying attention. Oh god. And I just realized something else I forgot to do, which is that I'm still carrying all 3 extra fusion cores I don't need to be carrying right now. Well, at least I just got to beat a dog to death. That makes me feel better. That sounds horrible. That does not make me feel better at all. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, shoot. Interestingly, we still have that revolver on us. So that's now going to turn into our more powerful weapon purely out of the stupidity of my mistake. Alright, well, let's pull that guy out. Well, at least it's cool, but it's not gonna help. Anyway, we're gonna run back to Sanctuary, put down the cores, and I can't buy my 10mm ammo back. I sold that to Trash Can Carla, who's gone now because I've totally slept. All right, 3 fusion cores put away, and back on the trail. We got, at least we didn't screw ourselves so terribly, because we do have this gun still, which we did upgrade. We do have this gun still, which at least, I mean, it's not gonna be nearly as good as a 10mm pistol. But we'll learn about mistakes and learning from them. God. Oh, I should have sold the 5mm. That's something I didn't think about, that it was a bad mistake to make. Okay, well, nonetheless, it's a beautiful day. Our character is saved. I mean, we're about to find a scavenger who's mean. I always thought that was interesting that they made the scavenger mean. Like, it wasn't a scavenger who would just be like, oh yeah, so I'm having a good day. They're immediately hostile. But I guess in another side of things, uh-oh, not dead. Did she try to run? I'm sorry. Were you trying to escape because you didn't want to die? Yes, I'll take that chest piece. Coast Guard hat. Not as good as the captain's hat. Yes, I'll take that. We don't need this. Now, I'm taking these things because, like I mentioned, we got rid of them earlier. But now that we have those bits, we're officially more powerful than the another 10mm .45 round. Look at all these bottles. Yes! I don't need all of them, but I mean some of them. Laundered loungewear. What? Charisma and endurance. That's funny. Well, we now got our revolver going. Good, I guess. Wait, did they have a spot to sleep? I should always be paying attention to that. Spot to sleep. Ooh, another bottle, another bottle. Straw pillow. Places to take a nap, but ooh, another. Oh, they were doing shooting from afar. Do you have, like, what's it called? The shooting gallery. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, thank you for your bottles. I needed those so I could fill them with water at some point. You know, I really like revolvers. It's a weird thing I've always felt. It started with, I believe the game was, oh, I can't go, oh, I'm too far north. I believe the game was Call of Duty Black Ops. Do you remember they had a revolver that you could unlock really early on in the game, in the multiplayer. Now, in the multiplayer, they also had the one in the chamber game type, which allowed you to fire, or it was one hit kill, but everybody had one bullet. And then whenever you killed somebody, you got a bullet back. So it's this really stressful, fast game type where people are running around and trying not to shoot their one bullet and miss. So you have this situation where, pretend this mole rat is another character in the game, where we're like, shoot! Yes, I got him! You know, like, super out of just kind of, you're hoping that you get your shot off before your opponent. Because, oh god, because it's just such a worrisome, scary thing constantly. It gets really, I loved it because of this. I really like fast multiplayer matches. Whoa! God, I was trying to look at the dead guy. It's not weird and abnormal. I picked stuff off of them. 50 bottle caps. Athletic outfit. Interesting. That's fine. Ooh, what's this? Oh, this is nice, but kind of gross. This person was handcuffed in here, and then somebody else was forced to have floating legs and arms. Okay, well, that sucks. Why is the flannel shirt and jeans considered better? I got it, because it actually has some damage resistance. Okay, so we'll take the handcuffs, because I think that's going to be useful too. Man, that sucks. They just chained the person here and killed both of them and made their legs float. Anywho, I'm peckish from lack of food now. Well, we can get that fixed. You know, we could do this mission too, now that we're just here. I mean, there is going to be a fusion core in there. But let me finish my story about the revolver. The idea, basically, did they have a sleeping bag? It would be so nice if they had a sleeping, I've lost track of where that spot was that we just were in. God, I love how exploring areas of this game that I have not gone to, you just have this moment of like forgetfulness of like where you are, what's going on, and exploring these, no, there's no sleeping bag here, but exploring these like far ends of the map. I know I can't go this way, but it looks so much fun out there. And I like being in these kind of like, these moments where I'm here, I'm like, oh, what's that? You know, you see this far off object and get to run to it. God, I can't finish the stupid story. the idea in that game type was that it trained me to get really good at very quick, fast reaction time in relation to when you're playing with the gun. And you have only one shot, so you're very skilled about taking your time and picking your shots. Because you can't make a mistake, right? So what ends up happening... Oh, wait, you're shooting at me? Oh god, I wasn't even paying attention. So what ends up happening is that I was playing this game type, and I got pretty nice level up. And I got pretty good at just... No, there's a dog. At just, you know, it was my favorite. I would I would gamble in the game because you could gamble points and stuff, and it was so much fun to do because you would, you know, get a lot more points playing these gamblings sometimes than you would if you were playing the main one, the main play style. All right, we're gonna walk in here, get the crazy mole rats jumping out at us. Actually, if I can get a save before that, that'd be sick. Boom! We got a save before it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay. Anyway, it trained me to be really fast and quick on the trigger. When I would then start playing hardcore mode in COD Blops, and when you're playing hardcore mode, do I have a left arm? Hold on, let's see. When you're playing hardcore mode, you know you're at nice. No, we did. We had actually a much better left arm. What am I doing? I don't want you. Get out of here. Actually, I do want you. I want to break you down and make you, damn it, and make you into leather. Whew. I can stay on a topic. So in hardcore mode in Fallout 4, very similar, but this is also actually fits to why I really like things like survival mode in Fallout 4 too. You have characters in when you're playing on COD Blops in hardcore mode. It's like it takes away a lot of the normal stuff that you have access to, what you can see, what other abilities and like, and it increases the damage on everybody, making a revolver. See where this is going? Into this incredible weapon that can kill people in a single shot, most of the time. A chest shot kind of thing. Maybe on like a foot, not always, but most of the time it was a sweet instant kill. And it was very useful because as playing, I would be, all right, looking for the mole rats. No mole rats. Okay, let's use this armor bench. Because as you would be playing, I'd be able to, we need... Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Hold on. I need to break down one of the objects. Check it. Scrap. Get a leather. Still not enough leather. Oh, bummer. We need a couple more mole rat skins, which we should be able to find. No problem. I can keep telling my story. So, it trained me to a point where I was able to take those initial single shots and take people out in hardcore mode when people were more used to... Explosive mole rat, we're more used to playing the game a bit slower. The game was, you know, like, hey, let's, you know, person comes out, all right, then you're dead. You know, rather than one shot, pow, then you're dead. You know, I think I want to do cannibal. I mean, why not? Let's try eating humans and see if that's something that becomes extra beneficial as we're playing this. I think that that'll be pretty fun. Also, remember role playing a little bit, right? Like, we want to. Man, mole rat teeth and meat, but no hide. But we want to play a character who is sticking ghouly. And so eating people seems kind of a ghoulish thing. It seems like fun, you know? So plus it's in the endurance direction and we're in endurance build. So I'm cool with that. I was debating on upping intelligence, but I felt that the endurance addition was a good idea. Now to finish nice. Mole rat just dropped out of the sky with not anything that I necessarily need. All right, well, to finish up my point when I was talking about playing a character who in the survival mode with like Revolver, is that basically with these revolvers, I got really good at playing one of the chamber, which was one hit kill, one bullet. So then I got really accurate, but I had 6 bullets now with the Revolver, so I'd be playing hardcore with this sidearm and doing relatively well because characters and people going up against me were just like, geez, like this guy is able to take these 1 shots or 2 shots and are taking people out, and it worked out wonderfully. Then, on top of that, I started trying out playing with a revolver as like actual shooting with a real revolver because I was like, oh yeah, I played with them in video games, maybe they'd be a lot of fun in real life too. And yes, they ended up turning out to be a lot of fun there too. So I started liking them that way. They just felt fun to hold and shoot. And then I really like a lot of guns in games that are high damage, but low fire rate. I thought that was really cool, and I liked it best because it meant that in a lot of games I could be accurate once and not have to worry about being constantly accurate and maintaining a lot of bullets on a person when shooting them in games. Plus, they worked really well in hardcore modes and things like Battlefield as well. And I really like these hardcore modes because they really balance out a lot of things that where a character who has the higher leveled up gun will kill you faster, but in hardcore mode, it doesn't matter if they have the better leveled up gun. If you just have that powerful revolver and you just get that shot off first, you got him. And so it's more about skill than what equipment you have. And that's why I like revolvers. Okay, dudes, thank you so much for watching. It was a total joy to have you here. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button underneath me. And of course, may the ground rise to meet your feet, the wind always be at your back, and may the sun shine warmly on your sexy, sexy face. See you later. Bye.